Have you ever wondered how France, a country so rich in culture and history, came to be? Our story begins in a time when France was not yet France. In the Iron Age, it was home to the Celtic Gauls, a society of warriors and artisans. Their culture, their art, their fierce spirit, all became an integral part of the nation's identity. Then came the Romans. With them, they brought roads, cities, and the Latin language. The Gauls were now part of the vast Roman Empire, and their land was called Gaul. As the Romans influenced the Gauls, so too did the Gauls influence the Romans. Eventually the Roman Empire fell, and the Frankish kingdom emerged. The Franks, a Germanic people, established a kingdom that would eventually evolve into modern France. Their language merged with Latin, forming the early French language, and their king, Clovis, became a symbol of French unity. Now that we have a glimpse of the origins, let's dive into the Middle Ages, a time of knights, castles, and power struggles. The Middle Ages in France, a time of turmoil and transformation, saw the consolidation of power under a centralized monarchy. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, let's take this journey step by step. The Middle Ages, spanning from the 5th to the 15th century, was a period of significant social evolution. The feudal system, a hierarchical structure with the king at the top, nobles, knights, and peasants below, was the backbone of society. It was a system of mutual obligations and protection, a symbiotic relationship, if you will, between the lords and their vassals. Then there were the Crusades, a series of holy wars fought between Christians and Muslims over the control of Jerusalem. French knights, under the banner of their faith, journeyed to the Holy Land, forever changing the course of history. The Crusades not only shifted the balance of power, but also opened up new avenues of trade and cultural exchange. The Hundred Years' War, a lengthy conflict with England, was another defining moment of this era. It was a time of heroes and heroines like Joan of Arc, who became a beacon of courage and resistance. This war, despite its devastation, fostered a deep sense of national identity and unity. The Middle Ages also saw the rise of the monarchy. The Capetian dynasty, ruling for over 300 years, gradually extended their control over the entire country. They established a centralized administration, introduced new laws, and promoted the French language. The monarchy, for all its faults, played a pivotal role in shaping France as we know it today. The Middle Ages were more than just a time of castles, knights, and chivalry. It was a period of profound transformation, a crucible in which the French identity was forged. The struggles and triumphs of this era echo through the annals of French history, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's character. From the ashes of the Middle Ages rose the Renaissance, a time of enlightenment, exploration, and extravagant monarchs. The Renaissance in France brought about a cultural and intellectual rebirth, paving the way for the Age of Enlightenment. This period, spanning the 15th through the 18th centuries, was a time of profound change, marked by cultural and scientific advancements that forever transformed the French landscape. King Francis I, a Renaissance monarch, played a pivotal role in this transformation. A lover of arts and letters, he became a patron of the humanities, inviting Leonardo da Vinci to his court and building the iconic Château de Chambord. His reign saw a flowering of French culture, with the development of a distinct French Renaissance style. But the Renaissance was more than just a cultural awakening. It was also a time of scientific discovery. The heliocentric model of the universe, proposed by Copernicus, challenged the established geocentric model, sparking debates and encouraging further scientific exploration. As the Renaissance gave way to the Age of Enlightenment in the 17th and 18th centuries, France became a crucible of intellectual activity. The Sun King, Louis XV, reigned over a court that was a beacon of arts and sciences. However, his absolute monarchy also sowed the seeds for social and political unrest. Among the luminaries of the Enlightenment was Voltaire, a writer, historian, and philosopher known for his wit and advocacy for freedom of speech. His writings, along with those of Rousseau and Montesquieu, spurred discussions about individual liberties, societal structures, and the role of the monarchy. The Enlightenment also brought about significant social and political changes. The growing middle class began to question the established order, and ideas about democracy and individual rights started to take root. This questioning of authority, coupled with economic hardships, laid the groundwork for the French Revolution. But with Enlightenment came revolution, and France was on the brink of a seismic shift. The Age of Reason had illuminated the path to revolution, and the world was about to witness one of the most dramatic upheavals in history. As we'll see, the legacy of the Renaissance and the Enlightenment had profound implications, not just for France, but for the world. The French Revolution, a time of radical social and political upheaval, changed the course of French history forever. This transformative period began in 1789, driven by the masses' desire for liberty, equality, and fraternity. The revolution challenged the absolute monarchy that had ruled France for centuries, marking an end to feudalism and leading to a secular and democratic government. But the revolution was not without its dark days. The Reign of Terror, a period of violence during the revolution, saw thousands executed, including King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette. Yet, out of this turbulent period, a new leader emerged: Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon, a military genius and charismatic leader, seized power and proclaimed himself emperor in 1804. His reign brought about significant social and political changes, many of which formed the foundation of modern France. He modernized the French legal system with the Napoleonic Code, reformed education, and even briefly managed to unite much of Europe under his rule. However, Napoleon's ambition led to his downfall. After a disastrous invasion of Russia and several military defeats, he was exiled twice, marking the end of the French Empire. As we transition into the 19th and 20th centuries, France went through a series of political changes, moving from monarchy to republic several times. The country faced the devastation of 2 world wars, showing great courage and resilience in the face of adversity. Despite these challenges, France continued to evolve and grow. Today it is a democratic republic, proud of its rich history, renowned for its contributions to art, science, and philosophy, and is a key player on the global stage. From its ancient beginnings to its modern struggles, France's history is a tale of resilience, revolution, and remarkable transformation. Together we've journeyed through the fascinating history of this incredible nation, witnessing its triumphs and tribulations. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: France will continue to shape and be shaped by the course of world history.